Thank you so much. Wow, I haven't done the handshake in a long time. Yeah. Wow. This is like coming home. Especially because we're in a bank. I don't know if you know, but I was a bank examiner for 18 years at the Federal Reserve. This is not working for me. It's a little click. It's a little, oh, user error. I was a Federal Reserve bank examiner for 18 years. Well, the last portion I was an examiner. I used to be an analyst collecting monetary information. And then I did consumer protection. My focus was on discrimination analysis. And the spreadsheet that I created in conjunction with my fair lending economist changed the way that banks and car dealerships do business across the nation. And I only found that out 10 years later. Because when you follow your heart, you change the world. If not your world, if not, well, the whole world, at least your world. And I found out that changing my world changed the US. And if the US sneezes, the world catches a cold, right? Well, I hope it works for good things as well. I also found out that I changed the way that statistics, because I have a degree in statistics and economics, and I found out that my little spreadsheet changed the way that statistics in AP science in high school and early college been changed.
Oh, oh, leaving history here.
Making history, yeah, because I followed my heart. And Toastmasters allows you to follow your heart, to make an impact that you may not even be aware of for 10 years. So my fellow Toastmaster, he worked on the IT help desk, and he was very straight-laced. And he joined Toastmasters at the Fed in a lunchroom, pretty much like we're in now. And he worked on his DTM. And he got not one, not two, not three, but 4 promotions. 4! And along with that, $80,000 a year, every year. It wasn't a bonus. It was a promotion with a raise in salary because of Toastmasters. And he also was invited to go to the 12th floor, the executive floor, for Janet Yellen. Do you all know who she is?
Yeah.
Federal Reserve. She was the first female chair of the Federal Reserve. And on her last day in our office, I had private conversation with her. She is so heart-centered and caring. And she invited him to come up to the 12th floor to do what? To run her meetings.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because he knows timing. He knows a grammarian. He knows how to facilitate when to start, when to stop. And the meetings ran so much more beautifully when he was running them. Warren Buffett says getting comfortable with public speaking can raise your income by 50%. 50.
Yeah.
Ooh. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter if you're an English language learner. Like we have many people on our Zoom call that are standing in foreign countries. They're standing in New Guinea. They're standing in Turkey. Getting comfortable with public speaking and speaking English, but going beyond that, learning to speak English, but to articulate it well in Toastmasters, that is going to increase your possibility of earning income. Because unfortunately, especially if you're in the IT industry, English is the way to go. You have to know English so that you can share with people all around the world. And because of our technology, this beautiful technology here, we can converse with people all over the world. In fact, I talk with at least 5 people every day that are standing on another country's soil. And most days, 50. 50. Yeah. That's why I'm called the Global Visibility Influencer. Because Toastmasters is for your big goals and your little goals. Last year, I competed in the international speech contest for Toastmasters, and I told the story of my transformation. I told the story of my husband's sudden death. And boy, was that hard. Every time I had to tell it, I was like, oh, I can't. Okay, I can't. I can't. I can. 35 times. 35 times I told it in front of a live audience on virtual, not in person. And then I went all the way up to the division level and won third place in Toronto, Canada, where I joined a tiny club. But what I gained from that, it was my husband's, the anniversary, 20-year anniversary of my husband's death. And I processed a lot of his death. I thought, okay, that's done. I'm over it. But 20 years later, I processed so much more. And I changed at a deep level. And I realized things about myself. Sally helped me do that. She pointed something out, and I was like, whoa, that's what I wouldn't do. But that's what I know about me and my relationship with my husband. Because he was the love of my life. He was my soulmate. In fact, he still talks to me from beyond the grave. And he yelled at me because he said, Cynthia? Well, Cindy. He never called me Cynthia. You can't die! I will never forgive you if you die! You must live! And I said, what am I going to do? And that's why I went on my transformational journey, where I transformed most of my fears into my passions. And a lot of that was because of Toastmasters.